Okay, Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling, starting on page 36. Something inside Mowgli began to hurt. It hurt like nothing he had felt before. He caught his breath and sobbed. Tears ran down his face. "What is it? What is it?" he asked, touching his tears. "I don't want to leave the jungle. I don't know what is happening. Am I dying? Bagheera?" "No, little brother," Bagheera said. "Those are tears. Now I know you are a man and not a cub any longer. The jungle is shut to you, Mowgli. Let them fall. They are only tears." Mowgli sat and cried as though his heart would break. "I will go now, but first I must say goodbye to my mother." He went to the cave where his family lived and cried on Mother Wolf's coat, while her 4 new cubs howled miserably. "You will not forget me?" Mowgli asked. "Never. When you miss us, come to the foot of the hill and we will talk to you," Father Wolf said. "We will play with you in the fields," the young cubs said. "Come soon," Father Wolf said. "We are getting old, your mother and I." "Come soon," Mother Wolf said. "Little naked child of man, I loved you more than I loved my own cubs." "I will come," Mowgli said. "And when I do, it will be to lay Shere Khan's hide on Council Rock. Do not forget me. Tell everyone in the jungle never to forget me." The dawn was beginning to break when Mowgli went down the hill alone on his way to meet those mysterious things called men. Next chapter, Kaa's hunting. Now we go back to the days when Baloo, the old brown bear, was teaching Mowgli the law of the jungle. As a man cub, Mowgli had much to learn, for it was Baloo's goal that he be safe from all creatures in all parts of the jungle. Sometimes Bagheera, the Black Panther, would creep through the jungle and listen from a tree branch to the lesson of the day to see how Mowgli was getting along. And so it was today. For the most part, Mowgli was a wonderful student, and Baloo was pleased to be his teacher. Mowgli could climb almost as well as he could swim, and swim almost as well as he could run. Baloo taught him the wood and water laws, such as how to tell a rotten branch from a sturdy one, how to speak nicely to the wild bees when he came upon a hive, and what to say to Mang the bat when he disturbed him at midday, and how to warn the water snakes in the river pools before he splashed down among them. Baloo also taught the boy the stranger's hunting call, which Mowgli was to use whenever he needed to hunt outside his own territory. Mowgli listened to all that Baloo told him, but sometimes it seemed to him that there was just too much to learn and that Baloo was too stern a teacher. He grew tired of repeating the same laws over and over. And so, on this day, when Baloo got angry with him, Mowgli ran off altogether. Baloo sighed and spoke to Bagheera. A man cub is a man cub, and he must learn all the laws of the jungle, not just the parts that wolf cubs know. "But he is so small," said the panther. "Who would have spoiled Mowgli? How can his little head hold all the laws you want to put in it? Nothing in the jungle is too small to be killed. Baloo said earnestly. It is better that he be scolded by me than harmed by another, because he does not know the law. I have been teaching him the master words, and if he will only remember them, he will be safe from the birds and the snakes and all that hunt on 4 feet. Bagheera stretched out a paw and admired his steel blue claws. I am far more likely to be in a position to give help than to ask for it, he said smugly. But just out of curiosity, what are these master words? Let us call Mowgli and have him say them, replied Baloo. Come, little brother, Bagheera called aloud. There was a rustle above them, and a sullen Mowgli slid down the tree trunk. I come for Bagheera, and not for thee, old Baloo, the boy said with a frown. It is all the same to me, Baloo said, though he was actually quite hurt, for he loved the boy a great deal. Tell Bagheera the master words I taught you today. Master words for which people? Mowgli asked, showing off. The jungle has many tongues, and I know them all. For the hunting people, Baloo said. We be of one blood, you and I, said Mowgli with a perfect bear accent. Well done, Baloo said. Now, for the birds. Mowgli spoke the same master words in bird tongue, ending with the kite's whistle. And the snake people? Instructed Bagheera. Mowgli answered with a long hiss, then jumped into Bagheera's back and drummed his heels in the panther's shiny blue-black coat. There, Baloo said proudly, patting his big stomach. He is quite safe now, because not beast, bird, nor snake will harm him. No one is to be feared, except his own tribe, Bagheera said under his breath. Also, and so I shall have a tribe of my own, Mowgli said excitedly, and lead them through the branches all the day long. What is this silliness? Asked Bagheera. We shall throw branches and dirt at Baloo, Mowgli went on. The monkeys have promised me this. Woof! Baloo's giant paw scooped Mowgli off the panther's back. Mowgli, said Baloo angrily, you have been talking with the Bandar log, the monkey people, who have no law. This is a great shame. Mowgli stole a look at Bagheera, whose eyes were hard as jade. They were kind to me when Baloo was too stern, Mowgli replied with a sniffle. They came down from the trees and had pity on me when no one else cared. They gave me nuts and good things to eat and carried me to the treetops. They told me I am their blood brother and should be their leader someday. They lie, said Bagheera. They have no leader. Man cub, said Baloo, his voice like thunder, I have taught you the law of the jungle for all the creatures of the jungle except the Bandar log, who live in the trees. This is because they have no law. They respect nobody. They listen to nobody. They boast that they are a great people with great plans, but then a nut falls and they forget what they just said and fight among themselves over nothing. We of the jungle have nothing to do with them. Mowgli stared at Baloo. When the bear stopped talking, the jungle seemed very silent. We'll stop there today.